And now to the big changes coming for millions of Americans with student loans. Today, the Biden administration announced it is canceling up to $10,000 of federal student loans for borrowers who make under $125,000 a year. Now, if you are within that income range and also received a Pell Grant, you can seek forgiveness for up to $20,000 of your loans. Biden says the move will allow borrowers to put their money to other uses.
People can finally crawl out from under that mountain of debt, to get on top of their rent and their utilities, to finally think about buying a home or starting a family or starting a business.
As mentioned, this loan forgiveness only applies to those earning less than $125,000 per year or $250,000 per year if they are married, all calculated based on their 2020 or 2021 taxes. The president has faced a lot of pressure to act. Democrats see this as a potentially galvanizing issue for young people ahead of the midterms, while Republicans are blasting it as an unfair handout. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell calling it, quote, student loan socialism. However, some borrowers telling 23ABC this is a huge relief.
It does weigh on me a little bit. I've thought about getting a roommate to help cover some costs. I've thought about getting a second job.
The president also announced that the current pause on federal student loan repayment will be extended one final time through December 31st. And meanwhile, local Congressman and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy reacting to the announcement today, saying in part in a statement released, quote, President Biden promised to help working families. He has broken that promise by bailing out high earners and irresponsible universities at their expense. His actions are unfair to everyone who didn't take on student loans or made sacrifices to pay their loans, and they would make inflation worse, unquote.
So with this announcement on student debt relief from President Biden, we wanted to take an in-depth look at what it means for you and the next steps you need to take in order to receive loan forgiveness. The first thing you may be wondering is, how do I make sure I get my student loan debt forgiven? The Biden administration said today that most borrowers will be required to fill out a form with the Education Department to certify that they qualify under the new income guidelines. According to the White House, education officials are expected to provide more information in the coming weeks about where borrowers can fill out the application. Biden administration officials also estimate that roughly 8 million borrowers have already provided their income to the Education Department and may not need to take any additional steps to see their debt reduced. And on our website, turn to 23.com, you can find a link where you can sign up to be notified when this information is available and when you can fill out the loan forgiveness application.